Thank you for your presentation, Condoleeza Rice. My name is Kush Jal, and I'm a freshman at Stanford. And my question is regarding the United States drone policy. During the Obama administration, use of drones has increased a lot more than the Bush administration. And my question is simply, what kind of precedent does that set when you have countries like China, or really a lot of other countries using drones, unmanned aerial aircraft? Just kind of what kind of precedent that sets with regards to national security or privacy? Thank you.
Yes. Well, I'm actually very concerned about it. I think it's a very good question because it does two things that are very different in history. One is it makes it possible to carry out warfare, essentially, on the territory of a country with which you are not at war. And it makes it possible to do it in an antiseptic way where you don't have to put your own people at risk. Even if you, maybe cruise missiles from a ship are sort of like that, but the ship is still vulnerable. So you have to be careful that it doesn't become an easy instrument to use because it doesn't cost you anything to use it. It raises due process issues. I'm a believer that we have to let the terrorists where they are, and I have not been a critic of what the Obama administration has done. But one has to be careful, you know, the list, who's on the list, who decided who was on the list, how do you determine that that person is an imminent threat to the United States, right? So that whole, and I think the legal system, the international legal system is very far behind on this issue. They've not really made much progress in thinking about what the rules of war look like with this technology in place. The other piece is the one that you raised. At least, and I feel this way because I'm an American, right? Let me just put this on the table. The United States at least has a press that debates these issues. It has a Congress that is separate from the executive branch that will have its say about these issues. It has ultimately a court system that may have its say about these issues, as it did in questions of detention of terrorist suspects and so forth. So we have this separation of powers and we have a free press. I'm a lot less comfortable with this instrument in the hands of a closed political system where I can't even tell who's making the decisions or is there anybody to check those decisions. Let me take it away from China. Vladimir Putin's Russia with drones in the Caucasus makes me very nervous. So I do think we've gotten very far out on this policy for obvious reasons, but we may be a little too far out on this policy, and it's probably important either whoever's elected in November, somebody needs to take a hard look within the legal system about what it is this really is.
Thank you for your response.